Okay, test on the mic. Mic looks good. Let's get this party started. Because it looks like the audio is a little desynced, but can't do much about that, I guess. This is probably the second RPG that got me hooked into the genre. I was about 9-10 years old when it came out. We got it for Christmas. This is the first one I played after Final Fantasy IV 2 US. And it just kind of cemented my love of turn-based RPGs in the beginning. I don't remember if I played the first Final Fantasy or not before playing this one. I definitely played the first Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest. And I didn't really like it at first. It was okay. We kind of played through it. Didn't really know what to do. But once I got older and really knew what I was doing, that's when it started to become enjoyable. You know, the main character of Mystic Quest doesn't really have a canon name per se. Benjamin is what's put in the instruction book. It's still unknown whether it's official or not, so I'm just going to go with that. And the game just throws you right into the action. First thing I have to wonder is, why is that guy riding a cloud? How did he even get here? The jumping function is easily forgotten about on the first time through. It was pretty funny. Look over there, that's the focus tower, once the heart of the world, and even though we're in the middle of a big earthquake, I'm going to give you an exposition scene. An old prophecy says the vile four will seal the power and divide the world behind 4 doors. At that time the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. Say what? 4 monsters have locked the doors of the focus tower and escaped with the keys. They're draining the light from the 4 crystals of the earth, and the world is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. Benjamin, only you can save the crystals and the world. Me? Yes, you, Benjamin. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy. Now, is the audio syncing up with the text at all? I can't quite tell in the preview. Look out, a monster! Now, this is probably the hardest battle in the game, just because this is all you can do. It's just a back-and-forth trade-off of blows. Now, this is one of the fun things about this game, is as you do damage to the enemies, their sprites look more and more injured. And honestly, I've never won that battle so quickly before. It's 2 critical hits in a row. Seems I was right. At last I found a true knight. But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually it was more of a guess. Oh, what a great guy. You'll see that shrugging animation quite a bit. This hero is not really whiny. I just like giving him that kind of voice. Forget it. Just tell me where I can find the crystals. It's up to you to find them. Oh, this guy is such a great help, really. This place is becoming dangerous. Follow me to the level forest. Yeah, now he remembers about the earthquakes. Got to get out of here. Who is that guy anyway? And goodbye, Hill of Destiny. Now the overworld map is just kind of free roam exploration in a linear path. Well, rail path, really. Talk to the old man again. There you are! What do you think? Oh, wait, wrong voice. There you are! What do you think I should do first? Save the Crystal of Earth! See ya! Now, each map is free roam exploration. Of course, there's not much you can do. The monsters do appear on the map, and to initiate battle, you just run into them. That boulder is blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? Well, if you get out of the way, I could do so. My brother actually got stuck here for the longest time at the very beginning of the game. He didn't know what to do. And in the end, you just have to jump and push. If you want to go through this forest, find Kaylee and Foresta and show her this. Now these chests respawn every time you enter and exit the dungeon, so it's a very easy way to get free items. I'm going to take a moment to change the life. As you notice, the scale and the figure, the scale is just the colored bars, while the figure is the actual numerals. Everything else is fine. Now in this game you can save anywhere, but I'm actually going to stick with save states for the main reason that there is a useful bug. When you get allies, each of them will come with their own strengths and immunities, and there's a bug in the game. If one ally leaves and another one joins, they will retain the stat strengths of the first ally. So, oops. I haven't used the SNES in a while. They'll retain the, there we go. They'll retain the stat immunities and such, so long as the game is not closed and then reloaded. If you go into Foresta, notice that everything is withered and rotten and brown, much like Melmond of Final Fantasy. And as you walk around, you can actually poke people with your sword. And of course, the people, they've all turned into old people. And just talk to them. They'll give you information and hints. But the real treasure in here can be found just coming around to the top right corner, jumping across the logs, and opening the red chest. The red chest will not respawn. They are one-of-a-kind items. In this case, you have the cure magic, which is going to be very useful, as the main character ends up becoming the best wizard in the game. A little more exposition about Kaylee. She's going to be our first party member. And up in here, yep, there's an inn. It's the only free inn in the game. Little ninja pose after getting out of bed there. More cure potions. Okay, nothing special if you examine the well. I'm going to go into this bottom left tree house here, no pun intended. And that is Kaylee's mother. I'm just going to raid her house for some treasure before I talk to Kaylee herself. There's really not much point in getting that tree with her at the beginning, because you can't come and talk to her before you do the level forest. But she sees how much the trees are suffering and decides to forego the dangers. And from what you can see, Kaylee uses her own axe, which does imply she's pretty strong. And she starts out much stronger than you are, but her defense isn't quite as good. She is definitely a physical attacker, which is why a lot of fan art actually depicts her as an Amazoness. To go back to the level forest, she'll take over for the moment. And you have to wonder why she didn't cut the one not in front of the monster. That got into our first real battle, and here's where the game really starts to pick up in terms of the soundtrack. The music on this game is absolutely awesome. I notice I have Kaylee still on auto, but that's easily fixed once it's our turn again. If you just push X, or not X, it was something. Y. Okay, push Y, it'll change your CPU ally to manual. Everything she does is a one-hit kill against these enemies. I love that sound when you kill an enemy too. And this is a pretty straightforward dungeon. You can fight these slimes if you want. They'll just lead to a respawning chest. But there's really not much point in doing that, and you'll see fairly shortly. We just have to beat the boss of this area. Benjamin should get a level up here pretty shortly. Yep. He'll always gain 40 HP when gaining a level. And looking at the spell books, you have a set amount of MP for every spell type. You have white, black, and wizard. The primary difference between black and wizard is black you can set to target one or all enemies, while wizard is preset. And wizard is usually the most powerful magic. But at the very beginning here, you don't have a whole lot of MP, and you'll be relying on items a lot. But about halfway through the game, you will be getting basically an infinite supply of MP restoring items. And you can buy them for cheap in the third town. Takes down that tree. It was a monster! Now this is badass. She's poisoned, but she still gets up to fight this guy. Not much you can do besides fight back. Oh, another critical hit. Now Beth's going to be your primary healer for this fight, and for the first section, because the second character you get, I don't think he has any magic at all. She can handle another attack. I'll heal her, just to be on the safe side. This game's not hard, but it does involve some strategy. Especially once you figure out all the enemy weaknesses. Oh, Kaylee's down. This is going to be interesting. I don't think this has ever happened before. Yep, game over. And there's no real penalty for losing. You can just restart the battle and try again. See if we get another critical hit to start off with. Probably not. Ouch, I'm just having bad luck. Now let's go berserker on his ass until we either get a game over or win, which I'm gonna get a game over. Now if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to type them out and ask, because I've been gaming for over 20 years, and I think it was Various on the Backloggery channel suggested that I do an Ask Me Anything. Ouch! I usually have trouble with some bosses, but this is never the one. I guess the good luck I got at the first battle of the game is run out. What is this, the fourth time? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, here's a good start. Now if Kaylee can get another critical hit, I'll feel good. I'll go ahead and top off Kaylee's HP, because she's really the primary attacker for this sucker. Lucky. Then again, that was a waste of magic. Yeah, he's gone. Of course, now if these guys can hit the broadside of a barn, I may have a chance. Because he keeps missing with his own axe. May have a chance. Yep, okay, finally got it. I doubt Ben got any experience, but what can you do? And we have our first fetch quest. And in the end, we get a much better weapon. So So with it, we can hack down trees on our own. And the trees themselves will respawn, I think, if you either leave the area or leave the dungeon. Since this place is so small, it's hard to tell. And the axe has an attack power of 19. It's going to be our primary weapon for a good while. Now, one of the nice things is, since you can do things with weapons on the map, you just can push L and R to switch between them. And there will be times when you have to do that. But the axe is definitely going to be our primary weapon for at least the first quarter of the game. Definitely need to come back in here and rest up. Now, one thing about this game is when you get a better piece of equipment, it will automatically equip the most powerful one. So you don't have to worry about equipment at all. You just have to find it. And very few things are actually sold. I think each town has one piece of equipment you can sell. Coming up here on the world map, you have the first battlefield. The battlefield is just a series of 10 battles. They're useful for getting some experience and money, but since we're going solo, it's better to go to the Sand Temple first. Here's some more soothing music. And supposedly the elixir is in here. Empty. Oh, this must be somebody's theme music, and yep, sure enough. I don't know what kind of voice to give this guy. Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name is Benjamin, and I'm looking for elixir. I'll sell you some for, say, 9,000 GP. Well? Ah! Oh, that's way too much! Listen, kid, this stuff is precious, right? My allowance is only 2 GP a month! What kind of economy are these guys in? That's worse than the soldier in Final Fantasy VII who asked for 10 GP to sneak into Junon. And let's do it this way. I'm going to the Bone Dungeon to find treasure. You can come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir. Do I have any choice? When do we go? There's a battlefield nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and maybe win something, kid? The name is Benjamin! And Tristan didn't even introduce himself, but he joins at level 7, and he uses ninja stars as his primary weapon. They're limited in supply, but you'll never run out, really. Going back to the battlefield, we'll do these. Tristan easily one-shots these guys. And if Benjamin would hit, they would definitely be able to show that... No, I'll wait until the next battle. Not like we're running short on battlefield golden entries. If you hit with the axe, you'll find out that certain enemies are weak against certain weapon types as well. So these plants are just going to get taken out in one hit with the axe, no matter what level you're at. We have our first frog enemy here. They're usually poisoned. Yep. And Tristan's ninja stars will poison an enemy, but it's kind of rare. Benjamin's still poisoned. I forgot that status effects don't disappear after battles. Now it's easy to go back to Foresta and rest up. Halfway there. I don't remember if it's this battlefield or the next one where you'll get your first accessory. Accessories are the primary methods of defending against status elements on this, whereas other pieces of equipment will help. I think this one just increases your defense by a little bit. So there's something in the... Yeah, it doesn't doesn't show on the status screen, but of course you have the steel armor, which is your only piece of equipment. And the black robe Tristram has defends against instant death, which is the only accessory that does so. And it ends up being kind of worthless because by the time he's gone and doesn't join your party anymore, you haven't run into any enemies that use that attack. And whereas the moon helmet is strong against fire. Let's go back and finish these up. Enemies are starting to get a little more vicious since we're getting close to the end of the battlefield. Ooh, excuse me. Had barbecue for dinner, so it's nicely satisfyingly full. Now, how are the audio levels? Are the music and mic nicely balanced out? In all honesty, I'd rather hear the music rather than listen to myself talk. Okay, for cleaning that out, it's just an experience bonus. Which I think I got more experience per battle than I did at the end there. A quick heal up and we'll go for the second one. It's just fun to jump everywhere since this is one of the few RPGs where you can actually do so on the map. More cure potions. There should be some healing potions somewhere. It'll cure every status ailment. No, I'm not going to look for them. Should be some in the next dungeon. And come over here to the next battlefield. 10 more battles. Nice little Mode 7 cloud effects up there. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever run out of ninja stars with Tristram, because, of course, you'll find refills in the dungeon. And supposedly he... Well, I don't know if he'd not attack or just attack with his fists otherwise. I have to look that up. Let's see if Ben's strong enough to one-shot these toads here. Oh, yeah, he is. I guess the one thing this game could use is an auto-battle feature. Since most regular battles, there's almost no way you'll lose. Unless you run into certain enemies that have stone petrification abilities. Some people say this game is easy, and it can be. There are plenty of ways this game is broken. But as long as you don't exploit those, it can be fairly challenging. But in the end, it's basically just run-of-the-mill, great gateway RPG. One of the best SNES soundtracks, inarguably. While this isn't better than the mainstream Final Fantasy titles on Super NES, I'd argue that it's better than a lot of other RPG soundtracks on the Super NES. Four to go. No reason to go back and heal up yet. And you'll often get the first strike in a lot of battles, which doesn't matter too much since there are only often 2 to 3 enemies on screen. It's nice to be able to get them before they get you. I think there are only about 2 or 3 battlefields near the end of the game where the enemies will strike first, but it almost never happens in dungeons. In fact, I don't think that it does at all. See, is this the second to last one? Yep. One more. We're well familiar with these groups of enemies. We can take them out in 2 turns. At least they're missing a lot less often. Okay, the charm. Our first accessory, so we'll just see what it does really quick. Defense power of 1. That 1 is still better than nothing. So we'll go back to Foresta and heal up one more time. Get some more cure potions too. The other nice thing about being able to jump in this game is NPCs can't get in your way in narrow areas. It's the bane of heroes everywhere in RPGs. 2D RPGs especially. Okay, time for the first major dungeon, the Bone Dungeon. And you can easily take a shortcut, go through the quicksand here. Pick up the cure potions, jump. In a lot of cases, there's not much point in going for those brown chests. 1, they respawn, and 2, pretty much their contents can be found everywhere else. So you don't need to do a whole lot of extra grinding. There's nothing we can do. Can we jump over it? Nope. So we go into the water and explore in here. Now, seeing those bones would be disturbing enough, but seeing the glowing eyes in them, that would definitely strike a nerve. It looks like Tristram has a solution. And here you get your first explosives. And if you come back here, now, explosives can be fairly useful in battle. They will hit all enemies, and of course the damage is divided, so their best is a single-use attack, single-target attack. And the attack power is 63. And you probably heard my dog bark in there. If we come back up here, we get the steel shield. First piece of new armor. Defense power 5. Much better than the charm. And I had better see what's going on, what my dog's barking at, so I'll be right back. Okay, nothing major. I was actually hoping things like this wouldn't happen very often when I'm streaming. But when you're home alone, what can you do? which way to go. That's another nice thing about being able to switch weapons. You can do so in the middle of battle. And it's just I'm confused. Fortunately, it didn't last very long. Confusion is one of the more annoying status elements in this game, mainly because you only have 2 people. I probably didn't need to do this, but let's see what's in here. Now, flying enemies should be weak against the ninja stars. Yep. Okay, that was worth the effort. I always have to let more ninja stars. Of course, the potions heal a lot more out of battle than they do in battle. I'll fight some sandworms, or a sandworm. Now the AI allies are fairly balanced on what level you should be at by the time they leave. Since effectively you'll have them for the duration of the quadrant of the world you're in. Oh, it's the behemoth from the beginning of the game again. That isn't long before you start to see pellet swaps of enemies. Always useful to have more explosives. Even though you'll never run out of those either as you progress throughout the game. Even if they become your primary weapon. There should be a spell in here somewhere too. First Black Magic. Actually, it's been a long time since I played the game, so I don't have where everything is memorized anymore. I guess you can call this a puzzle. There are very few puzzles in this game. In fact, the dungeon with the, quote, hardest puzzle is a one-time only place. It has one of the most useful spells in the game in there, too, so you definitely don't want to miss it. It'll be a while before we get there. And with the quicksand, you have to plow through these guys. You missed! How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you! Oops. Oh, that was a waste. I actually don't remember if the defense option sets up a counterattack or not. It's just one of those things never really used. New enemy. That Minotaur is back. It's the first enemy the system can't down in one attack. That looks like I poisoned him. It doesn't matter. He's toast. I'm getting close to the end. A couple more runs, we'll beat the boss. He attacks with a stare. Results in confusion. Well, good job, Tristan. He's poisoned, but there's not much you can do about it. Don't have any heal potions. I love the smile on that skeleton there. It looks like a Joker smile. So we just blow his teeth out. Let's see what's back here first. So I'm pretty sure there's a spell in here. Now these seeds are your MP restoration item. They will restore all of your MP. All MP for all your spell types. Okay, we gotta plow through these guys. I better take him out in one round. I said 1 round, guys! My goodness. Now Tristan's going to be affected with the poison. Missed twice! Are you blind? Just let Tristan get KO'd, because that might heal his status ailments. What kind of pose is that? Yep, that did the trick. I've got plenty of potions left. Oh, now he gets her critical hit. Because that's just Murphy's Law of RPGs. Murphy's Law of RPGs. The enemy will you'll get a critical hit against an enemy that is at low HP, and there will always come a time, no matter how many times you play through a game, where a hero will end up needing only 1 experience point for a level up. Oh no. This is going to be interesting. Now Tristan's already cured of it, so... No, attack Benjamin. I should go there for now. Okay, here we go. Our first black magic, Quake. Let's see how much these bombs do. Definitely worth using against 2 enemies, probably not against 3. But they'll come in most handy for the boss. Speaking of which, that big guy back there must be the boss. So, quick save state, jump over. He'll never beat me! I have the power of the crystal of earth! So it's us versus the Flamorous Rex. Who happens to... I think he's weak against Quake. That's probably the most powerful thing we can use against him for now. He's strong against both of Tristan's Star's attack. Yep, that Quake is the best thing we can use for now, so I'm going to leave healing up to Tristan for the moment. guy's not too bad. He will start to use desperation attacks when he gets low on HP, but you can usually outlast him pretty easily. He's already falling apart. Poison flower. What, poison powder or poison dust? Poison flower. Lucretia something would have used that in her recipes, no doubt. So we got bombs and ninja stars. Just gonna outlast him. Oh yeah, we're doing 300 damage per round. He should be down in 2, maybe 3 more. Yeah, he's starting to get desperate. He's using earthquakes. Heal Benjamin up, and if Tristan survives the next attack, he'll be fine. Yeah, rip Earth. Okay, good. He attacked the right guy. And he's just barely holding himself up. Looks like he's just straining to do push-ups down there. It's a good thing I healed Benjamin. After this, we can just attack and attack and attack, and he'll be down. It would be hard to hit a pile of bones with ninja stars. Now Tristan's probably down after this. Yep. All up to you, Benjamin. He's gone. So the guy explodes before dissolving. That's a little remix of the title screen here as we find the Crystal of Earth is restored. We get free healing. Look, the crystal! Tristan has just found the best weapon in the game. And you don't get it until much later. I get the elixir. Some potions, explosives, and of course we don't want to forget this red chest with the sand coin. That is actually a key. So let's get out of here and heal Kaylee. And he leaves me in the deepest area of the dungeon to fend for myself. Thanks a lot, Tristan, you bum. Try to embezzle me out of 9,000 gold and I only get 2 gold a month. Just send me in here to fight monsters and restore the Earth Crystal against this giant bona fide T-Rex. Take the best weapon in the game and leave me stranded in here with this lousy axe and these measly bombs you only gave me because I bought them. I tell you, what's the world coming to? What kind of people are the old men today, I swear. Fortunately, it's not hard to get back out. Now, one thing I should have pointed out at the beginning was to fight some of those monsters just to clear a path, but I got lazy. But at this point, Benjamin's level 6, maybe level 7. By the time you get out of here, so he'll be able to handle them on his own. For the longest time, I did not know that these were turtle shells. I thought they were just weird-looking rocks. I just have to decide which enemies you're going to face here, the worms or the frogs. Actually, I should be able to take these out with explosives. Make the battles go that much faster. Nope, not quite. Ouch. I'll just heal up. Okay, should definitely gain a level before getting out of here. Let's do a quick Couple bomb attacks. They're all better to have 2 rounds in battle, likely 3 or more if you hit. Use another potion just to be on the safe side. Oh, 4 battles. Now 72 before I gain those if they do any more. Yep, do a little more damage. One more battle and we're out of here. Alright, let's equip our trusty axe and get out of here. And the land has been restored. It's all nice and lush and green. And the town music should change again too. Yep, sounds a little more festive. We can't go anywhere until after healing Kaylee. She wants to go to Aquaria, but actually she can't get through. She can't get through the tower, or she probably doesn't know that. So we're gonna go in her place. And since the crystal was robbing the nourishment of the earth, wait a second, didn't that person say he was an old man? It's back to being a little girl again. That's a little continuity problem there. Or something. Probably better not to ask. Oh, it's this one. Supply some of our cure potions. We'll probably be needing them again shortly. Okay, now that we've talked to Kaylee and know our next destination, we can head out of town and head for the Focus Tower. First, we have another battlefield. I think it's pretty much all enemies inside the Bone Dungeon. Of course, with Tristram gone, that's a little trickier. But these guys really aren't a problem since you have bombs. And again, you're never going to run out of explosives. See if they'll take him out in one hit now since I gained that level. No, not quite. That's right, Benjamin never even got to hit one of the sandworms inside the dungeon itself. Just gaining 7 levels, my MP count is shot at almost to double digits for white magic. What's the point of reducing your speed if you can't attack after the enemy? Oh well, the enemy's dead. Don't worry about it. Oh dear. So I switched back to the sword in case he attacked himself, but that didn't become a problem. Deja vu, the sensation that you're doing something you've done before. I goofed. My fault. Fortunately, death is a slap on the wrist, to name a trope. Let's see if he does the same thing a third time. Yep. I'm probably gonna die. Nope, not quite. Okay, I didn't think the sword would finish him off without a critical hit. Almost there. My cure spell's gotten a lot more powerful too. That's right. Eat explosives. There's the speed. I'm still faster than him again. Oh. He'll let us be on the safe side, because you never know if you're going to lose. Now, it may not seem like much, but you can. I think there's a piece of equipment in the next town you can buy. It's just handy to have a little spare cash for that. Just one more quick run to the inn, if you can even call it that. We'll head on our way out of this section of the world. Definitely the shortest part of the game, but makes for a decent introductory area. Should go through here. If you hit select, you can look at the world map. And we're told to go to Aquaria. It looks like everything is absolutely frozen over. Gee, I wonder what crystal is there. I have at least 2 dungeons that we have to go through. There's a ship somehow stuck on the side of a cliff. There's a large tower over there. Since that area hasn't been revealed yet, we don't know exactly what else we're going to find. Same thing with the top left area. Well, we have a volcano over there. Our first trip into the focus tower. There's that guy on the cloud again. You can take the long way around, but there's a little shortcut hidden through here. I used to race myself to get through the area before the horn section where the melody started here. Well done, Benjamin. Remember, Captain Mac will be crucial to your quest. A girl named Phoebe. Oh, oops. A girl named Phoebe can help you. But I'm going to Aquaria. Well, maybe you'll find her along the way. I just don't get that guy. Here we have some doors with strange symbols on them, and they are obviously locked. But that sand coin we picked up. I thought there was a piece of equipment in here. I guess I was wrong. Maybe it's after the next area. Oh no, it's down here. That's right. And it is fire. Always useful in an area that's frozen over. And here we have our first entrance into the Aquaria region, but that is where I'm going to stop here for tonight. Thanks to the people who came on, and thanks to the one person who stayed for the whole thing. I will continue this game on the next stream, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.